Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your favorite Fatboy Rary coming at you with another Fatboy Takes. Yes, I know it's been a while, but your boy's been busy. Not really, I just been slacking. But I'm back. Gonna do another pod today. Hopefully you guys enjoy. A lot of NBA talk today. We'll go over, the Rookie of the Year so far, the results, the Defensive Player of the Year results so far, and we will go over the East and West current seedings. Well, the top four seedings. We already know outside the top four, it does not matter. Because those teams usually don't do shit in the playoffs. And yeah, and also we will talk about some trade rumors. And we will see if they're bullshit or they're legit. Stay tuned, boys. Enjoy the pod. Yo, what is up, everybody? So first we're probably going to go over the Rookie of the Year standing so far. Just so you know, I am down a monitor. I had to ship mine back because, it fucked up. Garbage ass MSI. But whatever. Here we go. So basically, the Rookie of the Year so far is LaMelo Ball. He's averaging 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. He currently leads all the rookies in every stat right now. It's looking to me like I'm fucking right. I picked this man to win Rookie of the Year. Basically, I said he's gonna get the most opportunity, which he is getting the most opportunity out of all the other rookies. But also, he's playing okay. He's not playing great, but he's playing okay. He's also helping his team get W's. That's the important part. He's helping his team get W's. He's playing well. He's probably going to win the award. The award is his to lose. And then, so basically, all LaMelo has to do is for the second half of the season is just keep playing the way he's playing, and he will be the Rookie of the Year. And your favorite Fatboy would be correct. Also, though, but second place is Tyrese Burton. I hope I said that right. I hope I didn't butcher his name. This kid has been playing well coming off the bench. He's playing 25 minutes a game. He's averaging 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. The problem with him is the Kings are not winning much. They win, lose. Also, he is not a starter, so he's not getting the minutes that he needs. But he is the runner-up currently. The kid's playing great, but it just sucks that he might not get the opportunity to challenge Melo because he's not going to get the minutes. And then that's pretty much it for him. He's the second place dude, and then it's the dude from the Knicks, Emmanuel Quickly. He's averaging 12 points a game, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. I'm going to be honest, this is pretty damn good for this dude. He's playing good. He's like, I can't really say anything. Like, he's on the Knicks, so he's getting opportunities because we all know the Knicks are garbage. Even though currently the Knicks are 500, the team's still garbage. Let's be honest. And then Anthony Edwards. I picked Anthony Edwards to be in the run-in. He's in the run-in, but I don't think he's going to overtake Melo. This is the other only dude that has a chance to beat Melo because this dude is literally playing starter minutes. So if anybody's going to do it, it's going to have to be either this guy. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I thought Anthony Edwards was going to be better, but he's a bad shooter. He's a terrible shooter. That's his problem. But he's been playing well. He has like 3 straight games with 20 points. And also he had that disgusting fucking dunk on that one dude on the Raptors. Poor guy, dude. I'd retire after that. So he put that man on a fucking poster. That's probably one of the worst dunks I've ever seen in my life. That dunk was fucking vicious. Sheesh. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Rookie of the Year. So far, right on that prediction. It's going to look like LaMelo will win the award. So big ups to LaMelo. It's starting to look that his dad really talked this kid up, and he's delivering. I hate to say it, he is what Lonzo Ball was supposed to be for the Ball family. But big ups to LaMelo, and I'm not even trying to disrespect Lonzo, because Lonzo is playing good right now. But the thing with that is, it's like his dad gassed him up so hard, and he didn't play well. But LaMelo's playing great. He's playing winning basketball. That was one of the big concerns. I didn't know if he was going to be able to play winning basketball, because a lot of the film you saw on him, he would just take terrible shots. But then again, you got to think about it, though. You're the best player on the team. Your dad coaches the team. You are going to have the green light to do stupid stuff. But I'm happy for him, because he's playing winning basketball. He's playing good basketball right now, and he's getting W's with this team. They're currently in the playoff picture. This is a team that nobody thought would make the playoffs, even with the addition of Gordon Hayward. So big ups to Charlotte for selecting him and trusting him. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the rookie race. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right, unless LaMelo just drastically has a 180 and starts shitting the bed for the rest of the season. Your boy's going to be right on that pick. So hell yeah. And now let's talk a little bit about the Defensive Player of the Year award. Alright, so basically the Defensive Player of the Year award to me is really, really weird, because you don't really know the criteria. And this is the reason why I say this. Ben Simmons literally said, "Yo guys, I'm the best defensive player in the league." And guess who's at the top of the leaderboard now? Ben Simmons. Like, I get the Sixers are winning, and it's like, cool. You know, the Sixers are winning. I get it. You're number one. But I really hate that he's number one for this simple, because he literally said, "I'm number one." And everybody then all of a sudden is like, oh shit. He's number one. He said he's number one, so he's fucking number one. What the hell? That's so weird, man. So basically, listen. This dude locks down small guards. Like, it's going to sound like I'm hating, but I got to keep it 100, because I think it's fucking bullshit. This dude literally is like 6'8", guarding 6'2", 6'3" fucking guards. This dude is literally going to maul them no matter what. He's 5-6 inches fucking taller than them. Let's be real. When this dude actually has to defend players like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, players like that, like LeBron James, like dudes that are his size, they cook his shit. Let's just be real. Like, yes, he's a good defender when he's guarding those small-ass guards. Obviously, he's going to do his thing against some small guards because he's way bigger than them. But, you know, he's playing great. So, yeah. So, I guess, you know, he's the Defensive Player of the Year so far, you know, because he said so. But, yeah. But this is the dude that's in second place now. Rudy Gobert. This is a dude that actually deserves to be top 3 or top 5. This is a dude that leads the league in blocks, leads the league in rebounds. He's not leading the league, but he's like top 5. So this makes more sense. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, if he's getting blocks, he's playing good defense. If he's getting a lot of rebounds, especially defensive rebounds, you know, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Obviously, him getting blocks, it means he's defending the paint. So, you know, he's in second place right now. He's playing good defense. Yes, Joel Embiid cooked him or whatever, but that doesn't matter. It was just one game. Also, here's another dude that I 100% agree with why he's in the running. Miles Turner. This is another dude that leads the league in rebounds. He's top 3 in blocks in the league. Ben Simmons doesn't even lead the league in steals. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense. It'd be different if he was leading the league in steals too or something like that. But he doesn't even lead the league in steals. So this award to me is kind of starting to look like it's kind of BS. For the simple fact that The man literally said, "Yo, I'm the best defender in the league." So now he's at the top of the standings. It doesn't make sense. I get why Gobert is there. I get why Miles Turner is there. I don't get why he is there. Like, dude, he literally just said, "Yo, I'm number one," and all of a sudden everybody started noticing. It doesn't make sense. Actually, LeBron James is in this conversation as well. What? But I get it. LeBron is playing great defense right now. He's top 5 in rebounds and blocks. He's doing what he has to do to try to win. So I got to give it up to LeBron. Like, LeBron is actually playing defense right now. It ain't because he wants to, boys. I'm going to be honest. It's because he has to. Since AD went down, the Lakers have looked average as shit. Like, I'm just going to be honest. LeBron I have to give it up to LeBron. Like, I am not a big LeBron fan, but I have to give it up to LeBron 100% right now. LeBron is playing great defense right now. He's trying to do everything he can do to get these wins and just try to hold on to that seed. Because this, like, a lot of people were saying that, oh, seeds don't matter. It's going to look like seeds are going to matter. Because currently the Boston Celtics are going to start allowing fans back. I know a lot of fans are going to start, a lot of teams are going to start allowing fans back into the arena. They're like going over their protocols. I know the Celtics are doing it in March. I'm pretty sure the Lakers are going to get on board. I'm pretty sure a lot of teams in the league are going to start getting on board. So those seeds are going to matter. So I have to give it to LeBron. He's trying his hardest to get a top seed. I don't blame him. It's pretty damn hard. You know, if home advantage does help. People think it doesn't, but I think it does. But yeah, ever since Davis went down, LeBron has been stepping up his game. I'm not even going to talk about this number 5 guy because to me, it just doesn't make sense. Jamal Murray is not known as a lockdown defender. Let's just be honest. But basically, like, I'm going to be honest, this award right now is looking really, really suspect. And I promise you, if Anthony Davis didn't get injured, he'd be in the running for this award. But the simple fact that Ben Simmons is like, yo, I'm the best defender in the league. And now everybody's like, oh, yes, you are the best defender in the league. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, we all know why Rudy Gobert is there. We all know why Miles Turner is there. And we all know why LeBron is currently there. Because he's been playing great defense lately. But Ben Simmons, like, yo, I'm the best defender in the league. So, yeah, give me the MVP award. Here you go, dude. It does not make any sense. If this dude wins the MVP award, the Defensive Player of the Year award over Gobert, we all gonna know that this award is dog shit. He's not even top 3 in the league in steals, dude. Doesn't make sense. But whatever. He said he's the best, and everybody's eating that shit up. I understand the Sixers are winning, but let's be real here. The Sixers, I don't think the Sixers are going to finish with the number 1 seed. If they do, I'll be really, really, really surprised. The Bucks and Nets are right behind them. The C's just started playing well. So we'll see if they can hold it up. And then Embiid's, sitting out games because, he's a little pussy. But yeah, we're going to see. So currently, this award looking to me kind of suspect. Doesn't make any sense to me that he's currently number 1 over Gobert, which Gobert has his team has the best record in the league currently. So that enough right there would give you more of a reason to be like, yo, Rudy Gobert deserves to be the Defensive Player of the Year, like as of right now. Number 1 record in the season, top 3 in blocks, top 3 in rebounds. Like, come on, this award right now looking like a joke. But whatever, enough about this fucking shitty ass award that doesn't make any sense. Let's get to the MVP. Alright, so currently Joel Embiid leads the MVP race. And this one is deserved. Like, this isn't like Ben Simmons. Yo, I'm the MVP, so you don't know got me the MVP. Alright, Joel Embiid is playing great basketball. His team just beat the Utah Jazz, the best team in the league. So obviously he's going to be gassed up right now. Also, he's averaging 30 points per game, 11 rebounds a game, 3 assists per game, 1 block per game, 1 steal per game. So we know Embiid's playing great basketball right now. But the thing with this is Embiid is also sitting out games. So that was a big knock the year that Kawhi was like balling. And just remember, the media shit on Kawhi. They're literally like, why is Kawhi in this MVP race when Kawhi is load managing games? And then it's just like, flash to 2021. Joel Embiid is sitting out games. He doesn't want to play certain games, so he's sitting out. And he's the leader, which I understand why he is the leader. But we got to be fair here. If you're going to be shit-talking players that are load managing, that are playing great, you got to do it with this guy. Currently, he's playing great basketball right now. Obviously, he's killing it. But to me, I feel Jokique's kind of getting a little robbed right now, because Jokique is literally averaging a triple-double right now. And Jokique, the thing with Jokique is, I will be 100% honest with you, you take Jokique off the Nuggets, that team is straight garbage. The reason that team has so much success is because Jokique, it's crazy to me. I never thought I'd see a big man run the offense. This dude runs the offense. Like, this is literally, I say this all the time. Jokique is a Paul Gasol on steroids. On fucking steroids, dude. That's just like the best way to describe his game. It's like Paul Gasol on steroids. Like, the dude's a beast. The dude's averaging 27 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, 8.6 assists per game. And my man's shooting the 3-ball very, very well too. And he's had a couple of 30-point triple-doubles. Also, let me just say this here. He single-handedly beat the Utah Jazz. He dropped a 41 bomb on the Utah Jazz. Everybody thought he was going to go for 50 or 60 that game. But I feel to me that the two front runners for this award right now, it's going to be Jokique and it's going to be Embiid. I'm going to be honest with you guys. No way in fucking hell did I ever think Embiid would be at the top of this list right now. For the simple fact that Embiid's always, he gets injured a lot. He's a little crybaby. Like I don't know. He just it's a little girl sometimes, dude. Like, he just complains a lot. I don't know, whatever. But good for him. Enough. It sounds like I'm hating, but good for Embiid. I'm happy for him. But yeah, I did not have Jokique as one of the frontrunners for this award either. Like, you guys know, I'm a Jokique dude, so I'm hella happy for my boy Jokique that right now he's in second place. I think Jokique is still slept on a lot by a lot of people, so I'm glad he's finally getting his shine and he's showing people that he's a fucking baller. He's currently out edging LeBron James. LeBron James is third currently. LeBron James is playing MVP basketball, but it's not really fair to have LeBron James at number 3 because he's been playing with AD all year. He's playing with another superstar. And that's another knock that they had for KD those years that he played in Golden State. Oh, he plays with 2 superstars. He plays with another superstar. He shouldn't even be considered. So this is another reason why I try to keep it real on this show. You guys know that. Like, the media loves to shit on players, and then but they don't do it fairly. Like, if you're going to shit on players, you got to shit on them equally. That sounds terrible, but it's true. And then currently fourth is Dame time. Also, LeBron's numbers right now are 25 points a game, 8 rebounds per game, 7 assists per game, and 1 steal per game. And also, LeBron is playing top 5 defense right now. So, his third place is deserved right now, but when he has AD, it's kind of like, he has AD, you know. It's like kind of BS as to like Embiid and Jokique. Those dudes literally have to carry their team. LeBron does not have to carry the Lakers. Once AD is there, it's easy. It's easy mode. I hate to say it. Easy mode. Damian Lillard? I like Damian Lillard in the MVP race, but to me, I don't think Damian Lillard will win the MVP. It's not going to happen. Man, this shit is crazy. Literally, everybody I picked for the MVP is literally not on the list. Just LeBron is. Like, Luka's on it, but Luka's not winning MVP. I'll tell you guys right now. I also had Stephen Curry. Steph Curry's not winning it. Giannis is not winning it. I'm going to be honest. I had those dudes on the list. They're not going to win it. Luka is currently top 5, but Luka's not going to win it. That record is dog shit. The way Jokic is going to win it, if he gets like a 2nd or 3rd seed in the West, if Joel Embiid will probably... I think Joel Embiid is going to win the award, though. I'm going to just be real here, just because they're probably going to finish like a top 2 seed unless they start choking really, really hard. So, I think Joel Embiid is going to win the award. I don't think it'll be LeBron. It's just this award's going to just be a 2-player race. We're halfway through the season. It's going to be a 2-player race. It's going to be between Joel Embiid and Jokic. Just, I hate to say it, everybody else that's on the list, let's not even waste our time thinking that our boys are going to win this award. Like, if you're a Luka fan, Luka's not winning this award. If you're a LeBron fan, LeBron's not going to win this award. The 2 players that have the best chance of winning this award is Jokic and Embiid. So that's pretty much it for the MVP award. Oh, and also, I need to say this. I fucking hate how the NBA is currently refereed right now. I know Donovan talked about it the other day because he got teed up and he got kicked out the game. But if I was a player and some of these technicals that are called, it just doesn't make sense. Like, for example, and this is like in the span of 3 weeks, that technical that got called on Donovan Mitchell didn't make any sense. Because I'm going to be 100% honest here. This is a reason I don't fuck with Embiid. Embiid's a fucking 7-foot dude that fucking flops. There's no fucking excuse for you to be fucking flopping when you're a 7-foot dude that weighs like 260 fucking pounds. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You just look fucking silly flopping. Embiid flopped on that play against the Utah Jazz. That shit was a fucking flop. If I'm Donovan Mitchell, I'm like, yo, where the fuck is the fucking foul? 100%, that man had every right to be like, yo, what the fuck? The game's on the line. He gets called for that's a stupid fucking foul call. Like, and you just fucking, and then he gets teed up. And Embiid's like, yo, tee him up. And they fucking tee him up. It's like, come on, man. Get out of here with this bullshit. This is fucking silly. Like, come on, man. Another example, with that Devin Booker ejection. Devin Booker literally bounces the ball to the ref, and it hits him, and he gets fucking teed up, and he gets ejected. It's like, what the fuck? He's literally just throwing the ball to the ref. And it's like, you guys gotta fucking understand that these dudes are trying their ass off. And I'm gonna be honest, like, this is Devin Booker's first time probably that he's going to make the playoffs. So he's probably like, yo, dude, this is my only shot to do anything in Phoenix. Like, I'm going to go balls to the wall every game. So it's like kind of shitty that, you know, he got ejected for throwing, like, he just like threw a bounce pass to the referee and it hit him and he ejected him. And then was Russell Westbrook, he's also got ejected like that a couple of times for bouncing the ball at the ref. And then, like, the ref misses and it hits him and he gets ejected. And also, Russell Westbrook is one of those dudes that's got ejected sometimes for, like, crashing into a ref. It's like he's not trying to hit the ref, but it's like he can't stop himself. Like, what do you do in that situation? Like, do you, like, fucking throw yourself to the fucking side and, like, fucking get injured? Like, throw yourself into the stands? Like, it's just some of these ejections don't make sense. And I believe that the referees need to start reviewing these technicals before, like, because it's going to start ruining the games. Like, I would hate to see a player get ejected like the last 5 minutes of a crucial game over some stupid call like that Embiid call, like that bounce pass. Like, those are just stupid technicals. That's just the referee being a fucking asshole. Like, 100%. Like, it's just like stupid fucking calls. And also, that Montrezl Harrell fucking technical the other day didn't make any fucking sense. All because he fucking yelled out and one. Everybody yells out fucking and one when they get fucking fouled and they get the bucket. I don't understand that. It's like, I can just play you tape of players being like, and one, and one, and one. And they're not getting teed up. That technical didn't make any fucking sense either. That's literally 4 technicals in the past week that are super sus. Like, the Booker technical that got him ejected was suspect. The Harrell technical, dog shit. Like, those are just technicals. The Donovan Mitchell also, that's another fucking technical that's bullshit. I hate to see the game get slowed down, but the coaches need to be able to review these techs, especially if it's gonna get one of your best players thrown out the game. You need to be like, yo, I hate it because it slows down the game, but it's important. Like, it's because it if you're taking the best player off the court for a team, you literally handicapping that team. So I feel that the coaches should be able to review these technicals, even if you have your challenge or not. Just is so crucial because you're going to lose your best player if he gets a second technical. And some of these second technicals that got called this past week were fucking ridiculous. Or some of just technicals that got called, they were fucking ridiculous. So it's basically like, there has to be the NBA has to step in and make a rule that allows the coaches to review the second technical no matter what. I don't care if it slows down the game. If I'm a fan, I'm going to the game to watch my favorite player on the team. Usually that favorite player is going to be the best player on the team. So they need to make it so you can definitely review those technicals. Alright. Enough about the fucking refs. Fuck the refs. But yeah, here we go. We're going to get into the NBA talk now, and then I'll talk about the trade rumors at the very end of the pod. Alright, here we go. Let's get into the NBA talk. First, we're going to talk about the West. Last time we talked about the East first. Now we're going to talk about the West first. Currently, the Utah Jazz still hold the number 1 record in the NBA. All I have to say is fucking wow. At this point of the season, I did not think the Utah Jazz would still be the 1 seed. So they're proving me wrong. But I still stand by what I say. I'm going to stand by this 110% until the motherfucking wheels fall off. The Utah Jazz are not going to make the Western Conference Finals. I'm going to stick by that shit. They're not good enough to beat the Clippers. They're not good enough to beat the Lakers. But if they play the Nuggets, they have a shot. I still like the Nuggets still over them, but I still think they have a shot if they play the Nuggets. But if they play the Clippers or Lakers, not happening. But this is why Utah is currently at the top seed. They're third in points per game. Also, I'm pretty sure they're still leading the league in 3-pointers made. So that is another big reason they are at the number 1 seed. We all know the NBA is more of a shooters league now. It's more of a scorers league. Everybody's taking way more threes. All this bullshit analytics is like the 3-point shot is God. Yes, 3-point shot. Even though you only need 1 point, we're going to shoot for 3. But yeah, and then their rebounds per game, they're second in the league. That's a big stat right there. That means they're getting a lot of second chances, and they're getting a lot of boards on defense. So they're denying possessions. They have a top 4 defense right now currently, and Also, I'm gonna be honest. Rudy Gobert is playing out of his mind right now. So is Donovan. Um, I think Donovan's a great player, but I think Donovan's kind of slept on because up until last season, Donovan kind of never showed up for the playoffs. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, Donovan Mitchell never showed up for the playoffs. Like, until recently, like until last year. To me, I think this team, if this team stays healthy, they like, I know I'm talking shit about the Jazz saying they don't have a chance. But it's just like, the reason I say that is because they don't, like, if they play the Lakers, they're going to lose to the Lakers. If they lose to the Clippers, they're going to lose to the Clippers. It's just how things match up. Like, say if they play the Lakers, Rudy Gobert can't stop AD. Donovan Mitchell can't match what LeBron does. Like, let's just be real. Like, in the playoffs, it's all about matchups. And it's just, to me, I don't see the Jazz need another superstar or another just all-star. Like, Rudy Gobert, to me, like, he's an all-star, but it's like he's not like one of those all-stars that's going to go give me 25 a night. You get what I'm saying? He's an all-star because, he does his job well. He's a great defender, and he scores like 16 points a game. That's Rudy. Rudy Gobert is like an 18-10 guy. But in the playoffs, that's not going to win you those games. But the other surprise about this team is how great Jordan Clarkson has been playing. Jordan Clarkson is going to be the 6th man of the year. Let's not waste our fucking time here. Just give Jordan Clarkson the award right now. Jordan Clarkson has been playing out of his fucking mind. And I think that has a lot to do with that. He got his money, and they're like, Snyder was literally like, yo, my boy, when your ass gets in the game, your ass is getting buckets, which is probably the best thing, you could do for a player. You literally tell him what his role is, and he's good at that role. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, he's really, really good at that role. But also, this is the thing though, like, if he has an off night, that bench is gonna struggle a bit. But I've said it all year long. I love the Jordan Clarkson signing. The man knows his role. He goes in there, he gets buckets. It's like, and also the 3-point shooting is key. That's like one of the major keys. The 3-point shooting and the defense and the rebounding. And back to what I was saying, like, I don't mean to shit on the Jazz, but I just gotta keep it 100 with you guys. Like, I would say that they're the best team right now. But this is a regular season team. I don't think they have enough talent to match up with the Lakers or Clippers when it comes up to the matchups. I just don't think they got enough. Like, for example, like I gave that example about the Lakers, like LeBron and AD. It's the same thing with the Clippers. They have Paul George and Kawhi. Kawhi, we already know Kawhi is a beast in the playoffs. Kawhi is good for 25 plus in the playoffs every game. It's really rare that he plays bad. But then, like, I feel like this is the year that PG gets it together, that he stops choking in the playoffs. Like, it's like when they call his number, this is the year he's gonna do it. And I don't know if Donovan Mitchell got what it takes to do what he did last season in the playoffs. I don't know. We'll see, man. Like, like, I don't mind being proved wrong. I actually want to be proved wrong by this team. Like, this is a team that I would like to see go far, because I've never seen, since Malone and Stockton, I haven't seen this team do shit. So it'd be cool it'd be cool for me to see the Jazz do something. But I just don't see it happening. Yeah, we'll see. Still a lot of season to go, so a lot can happen. I know AD's going to come back like in 2-3 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, big ups to the Jazz right now. They're playing great basketball. And dude, the Jazz are literally screwing my damn predictions from the beginning of the season. And so is this fucking team that I'm about to talk about right now. The Phoenix fucking Suns. No way in fucking hell did I ever expect the Phoenix Suns to be the second seed in the Western Conference. This is pretty fucking rad for the simple fact that I never thought I'd see this team do shit again since Nash and Stoudemire. So this one has me pretty fucking hyped. As you can see, like, the Chris Paul effect is real. I don't care what anybody says. I personally don't like Chris Paul because I fucking hate his hamstrings. They're like, oh, it's playoff time. Hamstrings. I'm out. He gets injured. I hate that shit. And Chris Paul's a fucking flopper and a crybaby. But whatever. Enough about Chris Paul. But we cannot shit on Chris Paul anymore. Like, I'm going to try my hardest not to shit on Chris Paul anymore. The simple fact that he has this team right here in the second seed is very, very impressive. It just goes to show that the dude is the ultimate team player. Even though I've read so many stories of players hating to play with Chris Paul, they all say the same thing. That Chris Paul's an asshole. That Chris Paul's like, yo, dude, just remember, I'm the dude that's going to get you your next contract. Like, there's been like 3 or 4 fucking stories I've read that players have said that, and they're like, man, fuck Chris Paul, that was the worst fucking teammate I had. And then I have like a complete 180 that players are like, oh, he was the best teammate I had. So who knows what is what? It's all rumors, I'm assuming at this point, but whatever. Enough of that. I never thought I'd see this team as the second seed in the fucking West. So big ups to the Phoenix Suns. They are currently 12th in points per game. They're 3rd in assists per game, so they're moving the ball, which is good. And their defense is top 3 in the league. Top 3 in the league? The Phoenix Suns have a top 3 defense? Whoa. Even with Devin Booker's defensive liability ass, this is impressive. I'm impressed. Chris Paul, ultimate teammate. I can't. What can I do? I can't shit talk him. He's fucking balling on the Suns with Devin Booker. Also, another thing I like is that what Chris Paul has done for damn it, the center. Oh my god, I'm brain farting so hard. DeAndre Ayton. There you go. Oh my god. Sorry, dude. I just brain farted hard. Basically, Chris Paul was like, yo, dude, if this team is going to have any success, you're going to have to play better. I'm going to need more out of you. Like, and he's getting it out of this dude currently. So big ups to Paul. This dude's averaging 14 points a game, 11 rebounds per game. He's been okay on defense all year. So Chris Paul is doing his thing with this dude. Chris Paul's helping this dude be a better player. So yeah, and then also, you know, we already got Devin Booker. All right, let's be honest. We all know Devin Booker's a walking bucket. But the biggest complaint about Devin Booker is his defense is hella average. That's not even average. It's bad. Let's be honest. It is bad. But the team's playing good basketball right now. Like, you can't be talking shit on his defense. The team's playing good. This team is solid. Like, I like Saric, by the way. Dario Saric. I fuck with that dude. I seen this man drop a 30-piece on the Celtics in a Game 7. No, not in a Game 7, but like in a Game 6, and he was the only one that showed up that game. Embiid was asleep. Ben Simmons was asleep. This is the only dude that showed up to play that game. I remember watching that game. For the simple fact, I was like out somewhere with my family, like this is pre-COVID, obviously. I was like out somewhere with my family, and I'm just like, dude, I'm like keeping up with this is the game that they popped the confetti at, and they lost the game. That game. This dude was the only dude that came to play. he dropped like a 30-piece on my boys, while Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons were asleep. So I'm a fan of that dude since that game. I don't care if he played for the shitty Sixers or not. I fuck with that dude. That is my dude. So yeah, no slander, no Sarek slander, fuckers. But yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but big ups to the Suns. Like, second place in the Western Conference. We know the Western Conference is tough. Like, especially this year. Like, it's hard this year. Like, with Phoenix coming up in Utah, it makes the conference even harder. Now let's get to the third seed. Los Angeles Lakers. Alright, so the Lakers are currently 24-13. They're having a tough time scoring the ball right now. They're 21st in the league, points per game. Their rebounds per game, they're 8th in the league. Their assists, they're 17th in the league. But this is why this team is so good right here. But obviously, this number's falling right now because AD's not there. They're the second best defense in the league. So basically, the Lakers win all their games on their back of their defense. What can I say? AD went down. This team looking really, really average since AD went down. I hate to say it, like, I really hope the only way that this team repeats is if AD is at 100%. If AD is not at 100%, this team will not repeat 100%. AD is just so big for this team, and it's clearly really obvious right now. For the simple fact that ever since he went down, they've just been getting mauled by every team. And I don't know if they have enough, man. Like, last year's team, to me, was better defensively. Just because you also had Dwight guarding the paint. Like, I keep saying this. That Marc Gasol move was not a good move. Marc Gasol, I like Marc Gasol. Don't get me wrong. I hate saying that he's washed, but he is. His defense is so bad now. Like, he lost all his foot speed. Kind of sucks. And it's like, if he's not shooting well, why do you have him on the floor? It's like, you can't really play him if he's shooting bad. Because on defense, he's not giving you anything. He's getting killed on the pick and rolls. He's getting killed on the pick and pops. He can't defend like he used to. And it's just like, shit. Like, what are you gonna do? This is the dude you brought in to replace Dwight Howard. And mind you, Dwight Howard took less to play for the fucking Sixers. So it's kind of like, shit, what do you do? Like, that, I hate to say it, like, losing Dwight Howard is looking bad right now for the Lakers. And then Montrezl Harrell, like, yes, Montrezl Harrell gets buckets, but Montrezl Harrell is getting exposed on the pick and roll. Montrezl Harrell can't guard the good bigs. Like, I don't know. Like, he's undersized. He's 6'7". It's hard out here for him. Like, Kyle Kuzma's taller than him. Like, and we all know you can't play Kyle Kuzma at center. He's gonna get murdered. He can barely play power forward. So I don't know. But I'm gonna be honest. I think the Lakers are gonna make a move at the deadline. The Lakers can even sign JaVale McGee because I'm pretty sure JaVale McGee's gonna try to get bought out. If I'm JaVale McGee, I'm not trying to waste my time in Cleveland. JaVale McGee doesn't have that many good years ahead of him. If I'm JaVale McGee, I'm like, yo, can you buy me out? And then maybe the Lakers swoop him. Oh, and another thing is, the rumor is that Cousins is coming to the Lakers, but Cousins got bought out like almost 2 weeks ago, and he hasn't went anywhere. So I don't know. And then also that they're saying, whatever, we'll get into that in the NBA rumors section. But yeah, I have a feeling that these dudes need to make a trade, or they need to buy. They're gonna need to make a trade for a solid big man. Or else I don't see them winning another championship. How they're constructed right now, I don't see this team winning another championship. And also Wesley Matthews, like, my man's been hella injured all year. Like, they really need this dude to come back. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this dude. Look, my man's averaging 4 points a game. Like, this is a dude you brought in to be a sniper. This is unacceptable. Like, I don't know, man. It just kind of sucks that they're getting injured like at the worst times. But whatever, we'll see. We'll see. The Lakers. I think the Lakers still have time to get it together. But before anybody says anything to me about saying Marc Gasol is washed, his stats prove everything that you need to know. All right, everything is down. Yes, he's playing less minutes, but everything is down. 4.8 points, 4 rebounds a game, 2 assists per game. Yet they didn't bring him in to do this. Like, they needed him to defend well and, get rebounds. This shit ain't going to cut it. All right, so basically that's it for the Lakers. The Lakers are the 3rd seed. But the only reason the Lakers are the 3rd seed, I'm going to be honest with you guys, is because AD is injured. That's the only reason, or else this team would be seated higher. I'm just going to keep it 100. I ain't going to bullshit. I think the Lakers are fine. Once AD comes back, everything's going to be okay. Now let's move on to the Clippers. The Clippers currently have the 6th best defense right now. This team right here is literally the biggest. It's such a question mark to me, because this team has shooters. This team has everything it needs to be a 1 seed, 2 seed. There's no excuse. I feel like there's no excuse for this team to be a 3rd, 4th seed. This team should be clearly the number 1 or 2 team in the league. Simple fact, Kawhi Leonard is still one of the best players in the league. The only problem is fucking Paul George, man. Paul George literally needs to sack up and just go to the basket. Lou Williams is 34 years old, and Lou Williams is not afraid of anything. Not afraid of contact, not afraid to take big shots. Paul George, you need to take a page out of that man's butt. That man got some big ass balls, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I gotta say it. Like, Paul George, you gotta stop being a pussy and get your ass to the basket and stop settling for jumpers. You're literally a dude that can do it all. I hate to say it. If you wanted to, you could play point guard for this team. You can literally have Patrick Beverley be a spot-up 3-point shooter, and you'll be fine. Just play point already, Paul George. Just do it. This is a team, and then this is a team that has shooters. This team literally has everything it needs to be a top 2 seed. I just don't know what it is. Like, they all like this, like, and then it feels like this team. It's just weird. Like, the vibe feels hella off with this team. Like you can tell they take games off. Like there's times that they're locked in, and then when they're locked in, they're just shit on teams. And then there's nights that they're just like, yo, whatever, dude, fuck it, dude. We're just gonna play with like shit tonight. Who cares? It's so weird, dude. Like, I don't understand it. And then it's like Marcus Morris is playing good basketball right now. Like, Kawhi Leonard's playing good basketball, outstanding basketball right now. Like, what is the issue here? Like, you have one of the best 6 men ever. Like, this is like, this team's a fucking anomaly to me. I just don't understand. Paul George playing good basketball. This team's record should be better than what it is. Paul George needs to figure out his 4th quarter struggles. Like, against the Boston Celtics, he played like garbage that 4th quarter. Like, I don't know, maybe he needs to rest more during the game or what, so he can have more juice for the 4th quarter. But he needs to figure it out, because in order for this team to be a championship contender, Paul George is going to have to be big in those 4th quarters. He cannot be garbage in the 4th quarter. Let's be real here. in the fourth quarter, when it's go time, it's going to have to be him and Kawhi. Every possession is going to have to be him or Kawhi. Like, let's just be real here. That's the thing about the Lakers. Why I say the Lakers are going to be okay for the simple fact that they have AD and LeBron. AD and LeBron know what time it is. Once it's winning time, they know what time it is. Like, I couldn't say that about AD before, but I can say that about him now. Because hitting that big bucket against the Nuggets last year showed. And he even said it. This is why I came here. I want those big moments. So Paul George literally needs to figure out his fourth quarter struggles and his clutch time struggles. Like, that's what 5 minutes and on in the fourth quarter. He needs to figure that shit out, or else this team is not going to win a championship. Because like I said, every possession, it can't be every possession Kawhi. Or literally they're just going to guard Kawhi how they guard Harden. Like, they're all going to just zero in on him. They know he's going to take the shot. So they're just going to wait for the rebound. So Paul George needs to figure this out. Like, if this team wants any shot of winning a championship, Paul George needs to figure it out. And that's another thing. I didn't really talk about this, about the Utah Jazz. The only dude that I feel that can go get a bucket on that team, like in crunch time, maybe two dudes. But I feel like Donovan is the only one, and Jordan Clarkson. But Jordan Clarkson is not 100% for me that he can go get a bucket in crunch time. That's another thing about the Utah Jazz that I don't know. Because it's like, when it comes to crunch time, when it's winning time, I don't know if they have that dude. I know that the Clippers have one in Kawhi, and the Lakers have two in AD and LeBron. Even though a lot of people are going to disagree with me that LeBron's not clutch, no, LeBron is he's 50-50. I can't say he's not clutch, and I can't say he is, because LeBron has hit some big shots in the crunch. And then, I hate to say it, before his, now, as his career went on, he has been better in the clutch, in 5 minutes and under in the fourth quarter. So, yeah. So basically, that's it for the Western Conference. Correction. Sorry, my guys. Let me go grab some water real quick, and we will start the NBA talk for the East. Sheesh, I got that water. I was thirsty. I need to hydrate, but sorry, I've just been talking for so long. But alright, let's get down to the NBA talk. Eastern Conference. So currently, the Sixers hold the best record in the East with a 24-12 record. To me, I feel that this team is currently the best team in the East, but like I said earlier, I don't think they will finish as the best team in the East, because I think eventually the Bucks will probably overtake them, or the Nets will. I don't think the Celtics will overtake this team, is because the Celtics are too far behind in the standings currently. Well, they're just 5 games behind, but they need Philly to lose, obviously, more than 7 games. So technically they're 5 games behind, but they need Philly to lose 7 games. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But this team is currently the number 1 seeded team right now in the Eastern Conference. They're 6th in rebounds per game, 10th in points per game, which is good. Net rating 10 points per game. Well, 10th in the league is good. This is the problem here that I see, that once the Bucks figure it out and the Nets figure it out, is the defense is 11th in the league. If you noticed, all the other teams that I named in the Western Conference, their defenses were top 5. This is going to be an issue here. If this defense does not get better, this team will not be good enough to get to the finals. And here's why. Basically, this team's playing out of their mind. Joel Embiid is playing out of their mind. Joel Embiid is currently averaging 30 points per game. That is a big reason why this team has so much success right now. Joel Embiid's playing great. Tobias Harris. This is a dude that gets underlooked a lot on this roster. People got to start giving Tobias Harris his respect. I'm not a big Tobias Harris fan, but he's playing good basketball right now. The issue with me is that this guy, when it comes playoff time, he gets exposed a lot on the defensive end. But I don't know. Maybe Doc has a scheme. We'll see. Right now they have the best record. Also, their bench is okay. What's the kid's name's playing good? Shake Milton, good contributor off the bench. Seth Curry's playing good currently. Danny Green is doing Danny Green things, averaging 8 points. Getting carried to another playoff run. Yeah, but we'll see. So currently the team is 24-12. I think to me that this team will fall from the number 1 seed. I'm just gonna be honest. The Bucks are coming. The Nets are coming. Those 2 teams are going to be the number 1 seed. One of those 2 teams is going to overtake this team as the number 1 seed. The issue to me that I don't think this defense is good enough for one. And the East is horribly bad this year. Surprisingly, usually the East has been better the last couple of years. But this year the East has been terrible. I'm gonna just be 100% honest. This year the East has been terrible. The 4th seeded team is the Boston Celtics. They're currently 19-17, and that's good enough for the 4th seed. That literally says that the last 4 seeds are fucking garbage. Sucks to say it like that, but they've just been bad. Toronto has been bad. I don't know what's going on in Toronto, but they got to figure it out. And they got to figure it out quick, because unless they start turning up, that team just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Losing Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka was huge for that team. I don't know. That team just did a complete 180. They lost those 2 players, and they just, I don't know. It's like they lost some swag. I don't know what's going on. But enough with the Raptors. The Eastern Conference is bad this year, except for these 4 teams I'm going to talk about. The Sixers do get a lot of dubs against garbage teams. I will say it. They handle business. You got to go out there and win games, and they are winning the games. Joel Embiid is having a great season. I'm not a big Joel Embiid fan. Obviously, you guys know I talk a lot of shit about him. I think he's a big baby, but he's balling this year. So big ups to the Sixers. Now let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets are currently the 2nd seed. They're a game and a half behind. See why I say the Brooklyn Nets are coming? The issue with the Brooklyn Nets, I'm just going to say it right now. Their defense is fucking atrocious. Their defense is fucking terrible. But they have the best offense in the league. Obviously, they're going to have the best offense in the league. They have the 3 most talented offensive players in the league. They have Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. What else do I need to say there? And they also have oh my God, what is this? Joe Harris. Joe Harris is a sniper from 3. So you have those 4 dudes on your squad. There's no way that you're not going to be the best offense in the league. And surprisingly, they move the ball very well. They're 2nd in assists per game in the league. So that's good. But the number 1 issue, yes, we talked about the defensive rating for the Sixers. Let's talk about this defensive rating for the Nets. 27th overall. And I'm just going to be 100% honest. I don't know if the Nets can win the championship just by simply outscoring everybody. Yes, they're averaging 121 points a game, but they're going to run into one of those teams that can slow them down. Example, the Lakers, Clippers. Those 2 teams have players that can slow down their players. But who knows? We got to see. I don't think we will see any issues unless the Boston Celtics start playing very, very great defense, but I don't know if that will happen. We'll get to that in when we talk about the Celtics. But let's just go through this roster. Outside of they already gave up all their depth. Let's be honest. They had really good depth. Shamet is literally the only good player off the bench. Spencer's not coming back this year. Basically, Kevin Durant obviously is great comeback season, averaging 29 points right now. Kevin Durant is doing Kevin Durant things. You know, he's just being a fucking boss. And now we have Kyrie averaging 27 points per game. Like in Harden right now, averaging 25 points per game and 11 assists per game. I'm going to be honest right now, James Harden is playing amazing basketball. But these three dudes haven't really played that much together because KD just went down. But right now, currently, it's working with Kyrie and Harden. But I don't know how it's gonna go when all three of them are there, and once they haven't had to hit a roadblock yet. Like, they haven't had to play a team that plays great defense yet. They played the Lakers, but they played them, I think, without AD. So obviously AD wasn't there, and that's another thing. Kyrie, shut your fucking mouth, bro. You beat one fucking good team, and you started popping off talking about I want all the smoke type of shit. Like, I want to beat the best teams. Like, come on, relax, man. But we'll see. So currently the Nets are the second seed. I think the Nets eventually will become the first seed. I don't see the Sixers holding that lead. I was skeptical. I must be honest. I'm still kind of skeptical. I don't know how it's going to work once the playoffs come, and I don't know if they're going to be cool with KD closing out the games. I don't know how they're going to figure that out, but we'll see. And honestly, Steve Nash hasn't really got tested as a coach. Let's be honest here. He has 3 fucking superstars on his team. So we'll see once playoff times comes how everything works out for this team. But currently, if this team does not get better defensively, I don't think this team will win the championship, because we all know minimum you need to have a top 10 defense to win the championship. That's literally like the benchmark or whatever. Top 10 defense to win the championship. Obviously, they got the number 1 offense. They just need to get the defense there. But I don't know if they'll be able to do it. Those dudes are not, like, Kyrie's not really a stopper. Harden's not really a stopper. Joe Harris isn't a stopper. DeAndre Jordan's past his prime, so you can't really expect him to shut somebody down. It just seems to me that the Nets are going to be those dudes that are just going to rely on getting buckets, and that's how they're going to get their wins. But yeah, we'll see. Now let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks are currently 22-14. They're 1 game behind the Nets, and surprisingly, the Bucks offense is pretty good right now. It's the second best offense in the league. They lead the league in rebounds per game. Just the only issue is the defense. The defense has not been as good as it was last year. The defense last year was lockdown defense. It was a top 5 defense. Giannis is playing great basketball right now. He just started turning up. He was playing average, and now he's just starting to look like his former self, dropping, his 30-point games. He's averaging 29 points, but I feel like they're going to need more from him. It sucks that I have to say they're going to need more from him. He's playing out of his mind, though. 29 points, 11 rebounds per game. Giannis is doing what he got to do to win. The issue with this team, for me, it's always the half-court offense. The half-court offense is not good, even though they are currently second in the league. Once the playoffs come and it slows down, it gets so hard for these dudes to get buckets. That's my only concern here. Like, the defense, the problem with the defense currently is that they have not, the teams, Giannis has said, we're not practicing right now. We're trying out schemes during games, and obviously it's going to be really, really hard to get your defense down when you're not practicing that much, just because how the season is right now. But in order for these dudes to win the championship or get far in the playoffs, they need to tighten up that defense. Like, I don't know if you guys hear the trend, defense. It's proven that You have to have a top 10 defense to win a championship. If you don't have a top 10 defense, you are not going to win the championship. It just doesn't work that way. The only team that I think has a chance of breaking that is the Nets, but I still don't see it happening because if they match up with somebody that can stop them, I think the team that can stop them is going to win. But we're going to see, I want to, we still have 30 plus games to see if these dudes figure it out. And to me, Chris Middleton, man, I'm not big on Chris Middleton. I feel like they overpaid Chris Middleton. 110% overpaid Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is just literally catch and shoot three, dude. He doesn't provide any offense. He needs to be fed the ball. Yes, he's a good defender, but I can't. That's another issue that I have with the Bucks. They don't have a dude that can go get a fucking bucket. Yes, Drew can go get a bucket, but it's gonna be hard ass bucket. Giannis, I'm fouling Giannis. I'm not gonna give Giannis anything around the paint. You feel me? I'm gonna foul Giannis. I'm gonna make him earn his shit at the free throw line. Giannis is getting better at shooting free throws, but he's still not a great free throw shooter. You can still expose him and the free throws. To me, I always say this. I feel like you have a problem when Chris Middleton is your second best player. Chris Middleton is not one of those dudes that can go get you a bucket. Like I said, Chris Middleton is a dude that needs to catch and shoot the ball. The only dude that can go, they have Giannis that can go get him a bucket, but I can't even say that because if they foul Giannis, it's a good luck making the free throws. The only dude that I can say that can go get a bucket is Drew. Either if you foul him, that's automatic from the free throw. But like I said, in order for this team to be where they want to be, they need to tighten up that defense. 19th, it ain't gonna fucking cut it. Also, they need to figure out the half-court offense because if they don't figure it out, they're not going to do anything. I hate to say it, Bucks fans, it ain't going to go anywhere. And now, let's talk about the last and final team. The Boston Celtics that are currently 19 and 17 and 4th in the Eastern Conference. Alright, so I do watch the C's play a lot, so I can give more input on the season than these other teams. This is a team that I actually do watch. Obviously, it's my favorite team, but I try not to be biased, but it's kind of hard. A lifelong C's fan, but still. Here we go. So basically, this team is currently 19 and 17. The team's offense is not good. 19th overall. We suck. They suck at rebounding. They are currently 27th in assists per game. I have a feeling all these stats are going to get better, though. And this is surprising. I'm going to just say it's surprising as hell. 9th in defense. No fucking way. Alright, here's the thing. Last year, the C's were so good for the simple fact that they had a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. So the problem this year is the defense isn't as good as last year, and neither is the offense right now. So what's currently happening is they're going up and they're just coughing up leads, and they're having meltdowns in the fourth quarter. In order for this team to be successful in the playoffs, that defense is going to have to become a top 5 defense, and that offense is going to have to become a top 10 offense. We already know the rebounds are not going to change. We're not going to get a big. And the ball movement is going to have to get better, which it has gotten better the last 4 games and this last winning streak. Remember that I said that this team was going to start balling after the All-Star break? They're kind of balling right now. So right now my prediction is looking fucking solid. Hopefully they keep it up. Let's be real here. Jason Tatum, beast. Jason Tatum, bonafide all-star. Jaylen Brown. I've been telling you guys not to sleep on my boy JB. He's been fucking having a beast season, averaging him and Tatum both averaging 24 points. Kemba's finally starting to look like himself. The issue with this team is the bench is bad. And then Tristan Thompson, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the Tristan Thompson pickup right now. Like, now that I've seen him in action, I feel that we should have just saved that money and used it on something else. For the simple fact that Robert Williams is better. I'm going to just say it. He's better than Tristan Thompson. Robert Williams needs to get more minutes. Robert Williams has been shining this whole season. Like, since he came back from his injury, he's been playing well. I feel like Brad needs to have more confidence in Robert Williams. The thing with Tristan Thompson, yes, Tristan Thompson gets boards, but Tristan Thompson doesn't kick it back out. Tristan Thompson will try to go up, and I noticed that he either turns the ball over or he gets fouled, but he turns the ball over more than he gets fouled. He doesn't get it out to the shooters. What he needs to do, he needs to get it out to the shooters, and that's another problem with Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson can't shoot, so it's like the lineup is always better when it's JB, Kemba, Dice, when he's not on the floor. But the issue right now is that Marcus Smart has been injured, but that's going to change after the All-Star break. That's why I'm telling you guys that all these numbers Marcus Smart is going to help bring all these numbers down. Like, the ball's going to start moving more when they play Marcus. That's another issue they have, but that's a Brad Stevens problem. Brad Stevens literally has this. He doesn't have anybody moving around. Everybody's just watching Jaylen Brown and Tatum play, except for like these past 5 games. Like, they lost that Dallas game, but after that Dallas game and New Orleans game, they've been solid. Everybody's been moving around. The issue with this team is, like, everybody just stands there and they just watch Jaylen and Jason go to work and Kemba. And it's like, no, move around. You know, they're going to drive and they're going to hit you. You're going to get a wide open shot. This team has 3 players that can get to the bucket. Just be ready to shoot the ball when they give it to you. Currently, like, that's something that I feel is a big issue with this team right now. They all just kind of stand around and watch the Jays play and Kemba instead of just like moving around, trying to get open shots. But in order for this team to be successful, this team's gonna have to make a trade. I like the young kids or whatever, but it's time to get some of these young kids out of here and get some veterans. Outside of off the bench, outside of Pritchard and Robert Williams, you can get rid of everybody. Romeo Langford, I don't understand why we're still holding on to Romeo. Hopefully Romeo proves me wrong. Jeff Teague has finally started playing good, by the way. Jeff Teague had looked awful. Like after the first game he played, it's like he just got his swagger back. He started playing more like himself. Like, yo, I'm going to go to the basket more. He was playing really, really bad. But I feel like this team's going to need a trade. They're going to have to trade for... I'm going to be honest, we already know the Jazz are not going to give up Vucevic. It's just not going to happen. That's their best player. They're not going to give him up. And if they give him up, they're going to ask for a lot. Also, Jeremy Grant. I would love to have Jeremy Grant on this team. Jesus. Jalen, JB, and him defending? Fucking nightmare. But it's not going to happen. That's the Detroit Pistons' best player. He literally said that he wanted a bigger role. He's the number 1 guy on the Pistons. Why would he come to the Boston Celtics to be the 4th option? Unless he wanted to win a title, but that's not what he's interested in. He wants to play more. He wants to show that he has it. So basically that's like what I feel is the issue with this team. The defense isn't good. It's not top 5. The offense is garbage. The offense is going to have to get better. Outside of Jason, JB, and Kemba, the scoring's off. Like, Pritchard has been great to watch. It's nice watching Pritchard ball out. Also, Daniel Theis has been playing well. To me, I feel like this team can be a contender, but they gotta figure it out. And they have to make a trade. Danny Ainge is on the hot seat. He has to make a move with that trade exception. if he doesn't make a move with that trade exception, he literally got it for nothing. He can't just hold it and not do nothing with it. He has to do something with that trade exception, or else it's just, if he really wants to win a championship, he has to go in. Like, yes, he has Jalen and Jason for 5 years, but he has to try to win something now. He's been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. It's pretty ridiculous at this point. It's either make a fucking move or bring somebody in that's going to make a move. This team right here, there's no excuse for this team not to be a contender year in, year out. Now that we clearly know Jalen and Jason are going to be there and Kem was there. Kem was still there for 4 years. There's no excuse. He needs to build the roster to win a championship now. Alright, enough. That's pretty much it for the NBA talk. Let's get into these NBA rumors, though. So, the first rumor that I heard was that the Celtics are interested in Vucevic and Jeremy Grant. Alright, for one, they might be interested, but those trades don't go down. The simple fact, I kind of already elaborated on it when I was talking about the season, the NBA talk. Vucevic is the best Orlando player. If they're going to trade him, it's going to be for the house. Same shit with the fucking Grant. If they trade him, it's going to be for the house. Even though the Pistons just bought out Blake Griffin, they're going to want the house for Jeremy Grant. And that's another rumor, that the Nets are currently the runner for Blake Griffin. What's up with all these fucking players wanting easy ass rings, bro? Like, Blake Griffin gonna go to the fucking Nets? This is a fucking joke. Like, do these dudes not have any sense of competition anymore? It's just like, I want easy rings. Like Jesus, man. Like, that's just a cheat code if they give them Blake. If Blake goes to them. And then, also, DeMarcus Cousins is in the running. Like, the Nets are the front runner for that dude, too. I don't, like, shit. Like, where does DeMarcus go? And then I heard the Lakers. To me, I feel like DeMarcus will end up on the Nets or the Lakers. I'll be surprised if he ends up on the Celtics, because I know the Celtics wanted to get him too, but I'll be surprised if he ends up as a Celtic. To me, the move for DeMarcus is probably the Lakers or the Nets. What's some other rumors I heard? I heard that the Nuggets are not going to trade Michael Porter Jr. I'm just going to say that. They might shop him, but Michael Porter Jr. doesn't get moved. They were just too high on that kid. They literally let Jeremy Grant go so that kid could be a starter. Even though it's biting them in the ass right now, because Michael Porter Jr. can't defend the side of a barn. But it is what it is. They went all in on him. What are some other... I heard Kyle Lowry to the Sixers. I don't think that one goes down either. I don't think they're going to trade Simmons, because they're going to want Simmons in return for Kyle Lowry. So that's not going down. To me, I feel like a lot of these rumors are kind of like you as a fan, like somebody that's been watching the game for years, you know the ones that have a possibility of going down and don't. Like the Cousins, like, pickups, like, you know, him getting bought out by those teams that I mentioned, that's doable. Same with the Blake one. But, like, the Vucevic, the Grant, the Sixers, Lord of the Sixers, that shit ain't going down. We already know that's not going down. And then, basically, those are, like, the only rumors, because the other, like, you'll see, like, those, like, in the trade deadline, I've noticed that the past couple, like, also, the Nets already made the biggest trade of the season. They got Harden. So, the Nets are not trading anymore. I'm pretty sure the Nets are done trading. I don't know. Like, the Raptors need to trade for a solid big man. Aaron Baines isn't getting it done. Even though I fuck with Aaron Baines, he's not getting it done. I think Miles Turner, like, unless Miles Turner asks for a trade from the Pacers, he's not going anywhere. We already know Sabonis is not going anywhere. Yeah, see, like, you see what I mean? Like, you watching the game for years, you know, like, kind of like how the GMs are, like, how the trades work. Like, I have a feeling that this trade deadline is going to be really boring. Just the simple fact they don't see a lot of big trades going down. Like obviously, like I said, the biggest trade of the season already happened. Harden, got traded. Oh, and I heard also another rumor is that the Houston already offered Oladipo a max, but he turned it down because he can get a better max deal at the end of the season. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bradley Beal said he's not going anywhere. See what I mean? Bradley Beal's not going anywhere. I don't think Russ gets moved. Basically, it's like I said, if you watch the NBA for years, you kind of know the trades that are going to go down and not go down. All right, that's pretty much it for today's episode. Sheesh. I did not know I talked for so long. Holy cow. But all right, guys, I'm going to head out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys have fun with your families today. And if you're not with your families, I hope you have fun with the boys. Don't forget to follow the pod on Podbean or on Apple, on wherever you listen to this podcast. Fucking follow it. Also, I think I'm about to hit 1,000 listens, so I appreciate it to everybody that sits there and listens to this pod. I really appreciate you. I really wish you guys would follow those social medias. I'm gonna start being more active there soon. I know I say this all the time, but I'm actually going to do it now because I kind of have more time now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think I'm gonna start doing this bi-weekly, like when I'm home, because like I'm home every other weekend. I'm probably just gonna start doing it. I'm gonna get back on the grind. I've been kind of slacking because of work, but I don't have that excuse anymore, so I have to stop being a little weenie and just get on my shit. But yeah, take care. Don't forget to follow the pod. I love you guys. Peace out.